farmers know farming is an art. Like life, we know it can be hard. And it can be surprising, too. But sometimes it's about being at the right place at the right time. A wise man once said that the best lessons are learned under the wide open sky. I think the same thing can be said about our art. Yeah, it can be messy, but it's always beautiful. So beautiful it can help you see yourself and the world in all new ways. In the art of farming, the soil is the canvas, the seeds are the paint, and the harvest is the masterpiece.
Hey, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good. Is it missing something? You're too cute to eat. Maybe some fresh spinach for a change?
Guys. Oh my God. I think we finally figured it out. As scared as I am to say that. We are officially using the 24 core Threadripper as the encoder for the stream. And it seems to be doing it with no errors for the first time in a month of me trying to get this up and going. This is awesome. Again, I'm just testing, trying settings after settings after settings, after AI, after watching more people's YouTube videos on how-tos and, you know, what to have your settings at, on and on and on. And seemed like I changed one setting, poof, one or two of the streams wouldn't work. I change another setting, I get one stream up, but another one not working, or it only working on desktop. So for the last month, for being gone for a few years because of all my neck and back surgeries, to coming back and just wanting to get up and going, you would think, you know, I wouldn't have had to change much because I still had everything programmed in that I had before. But I'm telling you, these well, a lot of these software companies have tried locking you into their services and their stuff only. So there was quite a few changes that had to be made. But I mean, for the most part, you know, settings wise should have been about the same. But no, they want to mess with you. So, but now we have a baseline. Now we can kind of fine tune some things. I mean, it seems to look, you know, good on all the platforms. So, I mean, that's a huge plus. And believe it or not, it looks like Kick has probably the best quality stream out of all three platforms for the first time. So that's a huge win. Whoops. Okay. We back. I didn't mean to hit that. I hit the wrong button. My bad. My bad. Too excited that this is actually working. So hopefully, again, this isn't just because it's Sunday. So, you know, there's a little more encoding power for the small guys. But I am absolutely thrilled to say that we finally, and it looks like everything is good, good quality on all the platforms so far. So I am hoping it stays that way, and that I can just fine tune from where I'm at right now and not have any, you know, major issues or streams going down or any kind of buffering or skipped frames, all that garbage. So let's hope and cross our fingers and toes that this is finally going to work how I want it to. Now, see, the last couple days, I've streamed using the graphics card as a my encoder, which for many people, a lot of what I'm saying makes no sense. It's all Spanish to them, or a language they don't know. But which is fine. I mean, I got a Radeon RX 7900 XTX or whatever. I think it's 24 gig or whatever, but shared. I think it shares memory with the CPU. So it's up there, and you know, let me look. Yeah, so shared memories. It's got like 60, 55 gig, 56 gig. Oh, Nelly. I don't think we're gonna fit. So I mean, yeah, I could easily stream from the graphics card. The bad thing is, as a small streamer and me just getting back to the ball, you know, to the game after a couple years break, um, I am not privileged enough like the already going or big time streamers where they get their, you know, partnered with them, and they get, you know, they get a higher quality setting than we do anyways, as soon as you're partnered with them. But uh they basically make it to where when you're just a small guy, it is next to impossible. Well, not next to impossible, but it's basically where they don't give you the encoding power for your stream to look good, which I think is bullcrap. Like, how do they want you to actually start, you know, streaming, and you know how do they expect you to, you know, stream period if you're always going to have the shitty quality? You know what I mean? Um, if your quality is always going to suck, then how how's that a win or anything for you? It's not, and it makes it 20 times harder to succeed. You know, um, as a streamer, um, which I mean, it's fine. I mean, I get it, but um, by I'm basically trying to not cheat the system, but I'm trying to beat them at their own game by using my CPU and software encoder to do all the heavy lifting, all the work, so that by the time it gets to Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, it's already processed and ready to go, to where I'm the very little power they give us little guys is enough to put out a way better quality stream than what it would be if I was to use the graphics card, because that just uses hardware encoding, so it doesn't give you everything that the software CPU encoder does. So I'll stop talking about it. I know it makes a whole lot of like no sense, but you know, to those wondering, like, you know, what in the world's been going on, or why the constant, you know, like 10-15 minute streams, or even 5 minute or 3 minute streams this past week. That's why. Basically, I've been tweaking, changing settings, doing things, and then it seemed like no matter what I did, it would drop frames. I would get an error in my streaming software that I had 25% drop frames with, you know, within last minute or two, or whatever. And that's not good, because then it starts blocking up, or you know, tweaking on your guys' end, or audio goes out or something. So, you know, you can't have a whole bunch of drop frames. It's fine if it happens and goes away real quick and stays away, but when it continuously just back to back, you keep getting those warnings. It's basically, you might as well not even be streaming. So that's what I've been fighting and trying to, you know, fix and clear up this week. But I think we finally have it. So we may be able to just come tomorrow, come in, light the stream up, and be rocking and rolling right out of the gate, and have a good quality stream, and not fight anything all day, and not have any issues. So for anybody that thinks that streaming is easy, it is not, especially when you're running a dual PC setup. When you're using one PC and you're basically running the software in the background behind the video game you're playing, it's a lot on one PC, and you basically burn your computer up quicker, but you're basically maxing out your system for hours and hours on end, because it's trying to basically play the video game for you, and then it's trying to do all this work in the background and, you know, stream. And that basically is a lot, and then it usually results in not so good a quality stream. It's usually real blocky, real blurry, like, you know, just VHS quality type, you know, stream. And I see it a lot in a lot of the guys, in a lot of people's streams. You can tell that they're on a one PC setup. And then you can tell, like, all the big timers, like, you know, say Nick Merckx, Tim the Tap Man, Ninja, all those guys, Nadeshot, Symphony, all them, Peanut, Burnt Peanut, all those guys, they all run a dual PC setup, every single one of them. And it's so that one computer can do all the work while the other one, you know, just plays the video game. And so that's basically the setup I have, is a dual PC setup. And you know, trying to get things, you know, working you know, because certain things plug into that computer, then certain things plug into the gaming computer, and then when you try to do, you know, microphone, you got to be able to send a microphone back and forth between the two PCs, so that way you can have in-game chat. I mean, it's just it gets crazy. I mean, and especially the different software that you know, you got to run. You got, like, right now I got dual screens up above my big curved display, and there's, I don't know how many windows open on the screen, and it's all different pieces of software that all do different things. um and if one fails, everything failed, you know, or it knocks out something else, and then it's, you got to start, you know, uh from the ground up. So I mean, it's a lot. I mean, and I can see why a lot of people that start streaming or try to make streaming living, you know, right out of the gate with no, you know, no testing the waters. They just think, oh, I buy a computer, I can start streaming and make all this money like the big guys, and, you know, I don't need to work or I don't need to do anything. No, that's not how it works. And, you know, that's not how it goes. I mean, now if you're connected, if you got connections, like where you're able to co-stream with a big time streamer like Burnt Peanut or Tim the Tapman or any of those guys, you know, and get your name known, that's one thing. Um, but you know, just starting out on your own and then trying to do, you know, whether or not dual PC setup or single, and then get all this software and stuff to work. Like, I still have stuff I need to work on so that it shout outs, you know, does shout outs to people that come in, existing streamers that come in, start chatting. So it's, you know, shout outs um, their stream link and all that stuff. Like, I still got a lot of work I still got to do, but I was more worried about just getting the basic set up and have it where it was a nice solid quality, you know, signal and, you know, stream. And it looks like it finally is on your guys' end. So, but it's been definitely been a long road trying to get this to work right. So I was gonna switch to some 3D modeling just to see, but if this is actually streaming and in decent quality, I'm not really worried about 3D modeling quality. It'll be just fine. But I will be doing some of that this week. I got handful of projects that are requests by people for characters in different video games, or like right now today I just printed a Karambit. I don't know if I can get this actually show. Yeah, it ain't gonna show. Well, there you go. You can see some of the texture and design on the knife blade. But I just did this for I guess you could say a client. Somebody's wanting it. It's the Karambit from oh, what's that video game? Trying to think of the video game it's from, but stuff like, I do stuff like that for fun, and then I do different characters. You can, oh, no. I go by Fluffies, Fluffies with an S, 3D on makerworld.com. You can find like a bunch of my models on there. So if you're into 3D printing, you can check me out there. I do a bunch of characters and you name it. Basically, anybody requested, I'll pretty much do it. But yeah, I got a handful of projects I'm working on that are close to being finished. Some of them just have coloring to do. Couple of them do have some more design work that I got to do. So I found a way I can stream my iPad to the computer so that it can be recorded and then viewed, you know, for you guys. So I plan on doing that this week to where you guys can actually see me, you know, doing the design work on the actual iPad. And then, you know, I can show you how it gets transferred to the computer and then from the computer program. So I want to be able to show people kind of how it all works. Like, you know, yeah, you see some of these videos on the internet, and you know, these guys are basically professional video makers, you know, because they show you certain parts and things, but they don't show you from, you know, they don't always show you from start to stop, and or what it takes, you know, how hard things can be or are to get, you know, to work. It's one thing to create a 3D model, and like now AI is getting real big, so a lot of people are using AI, but AI doesn't create the bodies correctly. A lot of times there's holes that you don't necessarily see with your eyes, but the body of whatever you designed is not, you know, correctly, you know, molded together, I guess you could say, and you know, basically causes all sorts of issues and bad prints and stuff like that. So I want to basically show, you know, start to finish on models. I want to show, you know, different different things that, you know, if goes wrong, or I want to find like bad models that people's created with AI, and I want to actually pull them into the program and show people why AI is still not there as a 3D creator. And I mean, I keep seeing all this stuff on Facebook of oh, created with AI, blah blah blah. You know, use Meshy or use this program or whatever. Well, it's one thing to, you know, create it to be able to take a screenshot or whatever, but to physically get it all the way to the printer and printed correctly is a whole other ballgame. And I want to be able to show all the steps of that. So be pretty cool to, you know, to do, and I think people get a kick out of seeing it done. But hopefully, I mean, if not, oh well, but we'll see. So, all right, guys, I better just shut up. But we got her working. Things seem to be good quality. We don't seem to have any errors or things on the message board right now, so that's a huge plus. On the notifications, the last one I had was 19 minutes ago when I disabled my mic when the wife came in the office. So, but other than that, we should be good to go. And I will be back tomorrow, obviously, for the regular routine, you know, Monday through Friday. Probably 9 to 5. So we should be able to finally start getting full day streams in, because I'm not fighting everything for hours to get started or during. So now that we finally got settings up and working, I can fine tune them and tweak them from here. So again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming around. And I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow.